Hello everyone and welcome back to Crafting with Amy. I'm Amy and today's video is a Christmas tree made out of ornaments. Last year I made a wreath made out of ornaments and I absolutely loved it. So this year I thought, well, I'm going to try to make a tree. So I have these. One pack has 12 because they're larger and the other has 15, and then I have some left over from last year. Those came from Dollar Tree, and this is just a cookie or candy tin lid that I'm going to use to help me, kind of like a template. And I'm just praying that at this point that it doesn't get glued to that. I leave the little the tips on them, and I just point them inwards so you don't see them. And then I'm gonna use my hot glue gun. My hot glue gun makes a mess. It's a little Gorilla hot glue gun. It's good. But if anyone has any recommendations on a good glue gun that doesn't do, it just constantly drips, it's a mess. And you want to use Gorilla glue sticks on this. They're the best. And for something like this, like the wreath that I made last year, I was afraid it wouldn't make it in storage out in the building, and ran across it the other day and it's perfectly fine. But I use Gorilla hot glue. So now I'm going to take these and I'm going to apply hot glue. And you want to hold it in place until it sets up. Because some of those have like glitter. They're really pretty ornaments. I also made a Dollar Tree Christmas tree last year with this kind of this same color scheme. Well, I made an ombre. It was metallic copper, antique parchment, and the bronze, the antique bronze, and I absolutely love that tree. So if you want to see how I made that, and again, it was a Dollar Tree, one of their little skimpy trees, but I just painted it. It's in my videos from last Christmas. So I'm just putting hot glue on both sides of these, holding them to make sure they're adhered. I'm double checking. I'm scared. I just wanted to make sure that they were all, not going anywhere, because again, with hot glue and these, you want to attach them or make sure they're attached well. And I don't know what they would consider these. If they would consider these, I guess, medium-sized ornaments. But one pack had 15, the smaller ones, for $1.25. And then the other had 12 of the larger, $1.25. You can't go wrong with that. Because this normally, that's the ones that are loose. I didn't knock any. I I didn't tear any apart, but no ornaments were harmed in the filming of this video. Well, no, I did, because I had to use some small ones to fill in gaps. And, yeah, I dropped one and it broke, and I thought they were shatterproof. So that is the first round. So now what I'm going to do is start going, you know, smaller and going upward at a tilt, you know, towards the shape of a tree. That's my goal. I didn't even know if this would work, but it did. But it took a lot of hot glue. Well, my little glue gun eats a lot of hot glue. I want to thank you all for stopping by and watching the video, and these are my TikTok and Instagram. And if you are new here and like the content, I hope you'll consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, leaving me a comment. Tell me some of your favorite Christmas memories. I love, or favorite Christmas movie or anything. I can't believe it's almost here. And for crafters, you know, we're making stuff early. I needed to probably just go get more of those ornaments, but I got those out of town, and our Dollar Tree doesn't get stuff until it blows my mind. They don't get them until, like, they'll start getting Christmas once Thanksgiving's over, which, you know, I guess that's probably the way it should be, but for people that make crafts, unless they go at the end of the year after Christmas and get stuff, it's kind of hard. So I knew I wouldn't be able to get any of these at our Dollar Tree. So I had to drag out some from last year and improvise with smaller ones. I apologize, I'm out of frame. But this is just going up into the shape of a tree. And we still haven't gotten our fiber optics. It's hanging in a pole out there. But for upload issues, I have to keep my videos pretty short. So I just continued that up. I filled in any with the smaller ones. And I have this now. I snagged this star off of my ombre tree from last year because it was already painted. Excuse me. And I'm taking my hot glue gun to make a hole up there. And it has to be a pretty large hole. But I have another one of those stars that I can paint for my ombre tree because I absolutely love that little ombre tree I made last year. And you can see it in one of my last year Christmas videos if you're interested in that, because like I said, normally this wouldn't be my colors, but I really liked how that turned out. By just taking a Dollar Tree, one of their little skimpy trees, and painting it copper, cream, and that gold color. So I have this. I love this ribbon. It came from Hobby Lobby. It kind of has a gold look, but then it also kind of has a greenish undertone. So because I had to use some of the smaller ornaments, I want to put something on. I don't want to say to camouflage, but just to kind of balance that out. So what I'm doing here is I'm painting it with the, what is that? It is Folk Art Metallic Bronze. And be careful, bronze metal, because some of these paints that they have like this are meant for glass only. And it'll show a picture of a glass. I learned that the hard way last year. I got some, and I'm like, wonder why it has a glass on there. And then I learned it was because it was meant for glass. So that makes it more of the color I'm going for, because what I'm going to do, I end up pouncing that so it'll cover better, and then I cut it in strips, and I'm going to double it over. And you know how you take, like when you decorate trees and you take like ribbon and or make garlands and take ribbon? That's what I'm doing here. I'm just putting some hot glue, and because this is so, you know, there's not a lot for it to adhere to, because it's full of holes. And then I want it kind of, you know, poofed out a little bit. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like if you're using mesh or ribbon or something to do the poof method for a garland or a wreath. So because I've doubled it over for size purposes, plus just to stand out more because it's a mesh type ribbon, I'm just making little poofs and hot gluing it. And this, it looks good with a light under it. So it would be ideal for someone who, you know, an elderly person that maybe doesn't put up a tree. Because I put a little tea light under there. It needs a little bit more than that. But the tea light, it doesn't show up in the video. But when I turned the light off, you know, it came through there some, but it needs to be a more powerful light if someone were going to use it for that purpose. I finally got smart, but my finger protector wanted to stick to the glue. So I don't want to put much glue. My next video, I'm going to do and I don't know if I've already said this, I made some Christmas ornaments, farmhouse. It was one of my first videos like 3 years ago, and I'm going to use some of those to make a garland. and I will link the video where I made them. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm going around. That's a little silicone makeup spatula thingy that came from Dollar Tree. It's good for that kind of stuff. You can even use like a, I have a chalk couture little squeegee thing. It's silicone, so that's good. But these are in the makeup section at Dollar Tree. I like it. And I put a little, I tied it around that ribbon. I tied it around up at the top. And that ornament is just, on top is just an ornament. I think it came from Dollar Tree, I don't know, that I painted last year. So you can't see the tea light there, but I think it's pretty. So you all will have to let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you try to make it, or if you do make it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. You all have a great week.